Alright, so what's up, everybody? This is a trade recap from actually Friday. Today is Monday. I don't know what happened Friday, but it was a bad day for me personally in terms of just following my system. Really bad day. Took one loss, two break-evens. One of the break-evens should have been a win, but I didn't even put my take profit, my first TP the correct place. Ultimately taking a loss. So yeah, it was just bad all around. It was a bad day in general. So let's break it on down. So what we see here is, this is 9 a.m. We come out, we sweep this high. Right, we sweep Monday's high. Boom, swept. Let me just draw that in so everybody can see. All right. So boom, sweep the high. Come out to the 1 hour. I gotta go all the way back. Okay. Hey, yo, I'm looking at the wrong spot. My bad. And this is so clear. I don't know why. Whatever. That's so clear. Anyways, let's go back here. So yeah, I gotta do that all over again. Sorry. Where the hell? There we go. That makes more sense. So yeah, we came in, we swept these equal highs in here, we swept the liquidity out of the market, we essentially created this order block, alright? And I was talking about this order block the whole time, and I was like, yo, like, we're creating this order block, alright, it's very clear, order block, and I'm looking for us to keep going higher to all-time highs at the time. So, first trade was the worst trade out of the bunch. Just a horrible trade overall, which was in here. Now, the reason it was a horrible trade is because even though I knew where price was going, there was no reason for me to enter. There was no confirmation for me to enter. There was nothing there for me to take the trade. That's why it's a bad trade, right? So we start here at 9:30. 9:30 sweeps liquidity. We push higher. We come into this FEG. We react to this FEG. All right, cool. We keep pushing up. I see that we create this like doji, right? So what I'm expecting to happen is we have this FEG. Price will tap into the FEG, and we will continue, right? I'm thinking continuation the whole time. So I go like this. I take my entry. Let's just be accurate where I put this here. Stop is down there. Right, so I'm doing this, and my target was all-time highs, wherever that is at. Here. Let me just draw that in. Alright, that's my target. So a pretty small trade overall, but that's where I was looking to trade. Alright, that's what I was looking at. Now, as you can see, I got stopped out. Well, not really. Well, I kind of pretty much put my stop below here and got stopped out, right? Now, I'm like, alright, that happened. Cool, whatever. Well, not cool, whatever. I was like, yo, that's a impulse trade. That was a stupid trade. Why am I taking that? Now, why am I saying that's a stupid trade and why am I taking that? Well, there are two things that I want to do when I'm trading. One is I want to be trading in the discount. All right. So if this is our leg from here to here, look at where price is. Why am I trading up here? I want price to at least come into fair value or below it, take some form of liquidity. So that's 1 and 2, and then be able to trade alongside it. None of those things happen. This was a very poor trade, a very impulsive trade. And the reason I think I took this trade was I had been calling price on what price wanted to do all week, and I haven't been presented with opportunities to take the trade. Right? That's what the issue was for me. Cool. So that happened. We move. Next. Next, Price comes in. We create these equal lows in here. We also create equal highs. All right. This is where my dumb self got extremely aggressive and wasn't thinking clearly. So my targets were this one and ultimately all-time highs. All right. So what happens? We come in, we sweep the liquidity out of the market. We have a quick recovery through the FEG. See that here? And I get my entry, right? Pretty much when price closes, I get my entry. So this is a trade like this. Oh, damn, that's huge. Can I not make that smaller? This is a trade like this. Stop was down here, and ultimately this was a trade 4R. I was probably a little bit bigger because like 4.2R was what it was. Oh, damn it. Right. Now, as you can clearly see, we have equal highs. If it is we have equal highs, that's obviously a target. Right? I got way too greedy on this first one. And here's how I got double greedy. Right? I saw that we came in, we wicked this. I was like, oh shoot, we just wicked this. This is where we were supposed to get out. Man, at 2R, mind you. I'm like, damn, this is where I'm supposed to get out. Okay. Let me put my limit back on. Not limit, my partial back on after this. Alright? And you can see price just comes up and probably a tick, to be honest. Let's just check real quick. Two ticks. Right? Misses my thing again. My target again. Oh, sick. But I honestly should have manually closed half my position there and then just kept it pushing, right? Because at the end of the day, you can't go broke taking profit. My target was already tapped. One of my targets was already tapped. There's no reason for me to not take anything off the table, right? But I got a little greedy there. So that is the second trade, and as you can see, price comes back down and taps me out break even, where my break even's always slightly above, right? So slightly above. And that was the trade. The second trade. No, third trade. Third trade. Third trade is, again, very simple. We have liquidity. All right. At this time, I'm still thinking bullish. I'm really thinking bullish too, to be quite honest with you. And man, looking back, oh my gosh. Again, hindsight is 20/20, right? But looking back, I'm kind of looking for the same thing. I'm still looking for us to go to all-time highs. So we come in, we sweep liquidity. We have this inverse here. You see how aggressive price comes in, and I pretty much enter at the open of that candle, all right? Like so. Like this is how dumb I am, right? I'm not dumb, but I'm not thinking straight at this point. I'm really not. Oh, damn, sorry. I'm really trading emotionally, and I'm only now seeing it, in the hindsight. In hindsight, I'm really seeing it here. So, damn. If we're looking at price, this first point should be minimum my first target. No, well, my stop is nowhere that big. Now, why should this be first target minimum? Well, let's think about it. This is the low that creates the high. If we're looking at order flow, right, in terms of how wave structure, high, low, new high. This is a minimum. We made the new high. This should be another win. Small win, but a win nonetheless, right? But I believe I went break even here. I think that's what it was. Or I went break even at this point. I think that is the point I went, yeah. I went break even here on this candle. I remember that now. Alright? But this should have been, again, another first target. Alright? I really should have 2 wins instead of 2 break evens. But because I was greedy and I didn't want to, I wasn't seeing the market properly. Really emotional, really emotional. That's essentially what happened. Now, third thing that I'm seeing here that makes perfect sense, which is kind of crazy, is we have a sweep of liquidity here. We have our inverse here. Okay, cool. Inverse doesn't work. We have a very clear push lower. All right, very clear push lower. We can tell price does not want to go higher. Why? Because look at the wicks. We have these wicks, we have these wicks, we have these wicks, we have these wicks. If I'm looking short, price pushes lower, we have this order block. I mean, dude, you take the entry off the order block. Oh my god, why is this so big? Jeez. You take the entry off the order block, you cover the low, and I mean, this thing just runs. Just runs. But it's so counter to where I was looking for price to go, right? I mean, obviously this isn't going to do it justice like this, but you know, this could have been a minimum trade. Like, everything gets smacked in 2 candles. Every single thing. So yeah, right. Well, it's 6R, and that is what it is. So yeah, very poor trading on this particular day. But definitely one for the books. Sidebar: I'm trading. I'm also doing 2 combines at the same time. Probably going to be trading those more so than the live account right now. And I may decide to get a couple more combines soon, just because I think it's kind of, well, not think, it is definitely needed. Well, hold on, let me rephrase that. It's not definitely needed. For what I want to do in the future, I'm gonna need more money, more capital in my live account, and it's just going to be easier for me to go the trade route, the combine route, take that money, put it towards my trading account, or take it towards what I want to do in the future. Split it kind of half and half. So yeah, I'm trading 2 of those right now, and then I'll trade the others later on. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So that's a trade recap. Looking back, well, horrible performance. Should have been 2 wins, but you know, it is what it is. Instead of 2 losses, it's 2 break evens, right? And a loss. So yeah, that's pretty much it.